Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. And this bright Sunday morning, I'd like to talk about our dilemma, a call to action. A call to action for Care for Kids and the one that's here in Connecticut. A call to action across all the state of providers, right, who are facing the same situation, who are being mentally drained, depressed, unsure about their future. A call to action to ask each and every one of your providers to go out there, act your legislator, and hold them accountable. In Connecticut, as we all know, Governor Nan Lamont decided to run for a third term. This is the time we let them know that Care for Kids is going to no longer be there. This is the time we let our voice be heard. And my call to action is not only hold them accountable, but providers across the state, across the world. Because from what I've been seeing on social media and in these Facebook group and provider group that I'm in, it's not only that Connecticut or New York is the one that's being affected, or the United States. Canada is also seeing it. So I'm calling a call to action that every family child care provider do a walkout. We do a walkout to let everyone know how important we are, to let them see the value with family child care providers. Okay? They demand so much from us. They demand degrees. They demand professional education, right? Professional development. We don't mind doing it, but we're being left out. We're being left out. A call to action because now we're having new inspectors, not only them, but we have to let them know the inspector, the licensing, that listen, our voice matter. Our home is important. We are important. We held everything up during COVID when every glorified, according to you guys, professional, centered, and school shut down. Family child care providers was the one that was there to hold this country up during the time of need, during crisis, when you guys need us the most. And family child care provider will always be there when you guys need us. But guess what? When we need y'all, are you there? A call to action for providers to walk out. And let's make a walkout day. Join me in a day where we shut our door, not the morning without childcare where I don't mind, I do it. Not a time when, okay, bring your kids to it where we're going to say, you know what? We're going to bring our kids to make it feel a field trip. No, like I always said, you want effect? You got to affect your pocket, your money. You got to go where it hurts. So now a family of stuff can go to work. I'm told to action for family childcare. This is for family childcare provider across the state, group and whole, even centers alike. If you want to join us, to say enough is enough. Right now, Care for Kids is in crisis, and I'm quite sure all of you guys that get those state funded are in crisis as well. Right? Where is this gonna go? Where's we gonna go? Our little small business at home is about to close. It's a crisis for our mental health, but we struggle. We don't know what tomorrow may bring. And guess what? If we charge our rate, we got a low bargain. So I don't want to call to action for us to walk out. I need foot in the ground. I need boot on the ground. Let's go. I need y'all to join me. Contact me, send me an email. We do a Zoom where we are going to call and walk out. We will not be charging them for that day. No, we're not. We're not going to tell them they have to pay it. Because this is a strike. When bus drivers strike, their voice is being heard, right? When school teachers strike, they get what they want. But we're told we can't strike. You can't walk out because you're in the union. You can't walk out because you're getting paid for that day. That's what. We don't want to pay for that day. I don't want to pay for that day. And if you providers want change, sacrifices have to be made. If we have to do it for a week, guess what? So it be. And we got to do it to let them see, like the interruption that with us, what it's going to cost. And we don't walk out. We need to, I'm calling for strike. I'm calling for a walkout. I know I'm going to get a lot of backslash from this because a lot of providers don't, oh, I can't afford to walk out. Well, you're going to sit there because eventually you're not going to have care for kids. Eventually, you're not going to have those state funded. The slugs are going to run dry. And when those slugs run dry, what are you going to do? Oh, I should have joined the call. And it's time for us. I'm tired of hearing provider crying. I'm tired of hearing when I look, I see all these providers across the state, across the world, crying. Because we all are facing the same thing. How is it that everyone else gets to walk out? But we can't. Why is it that every job, nurses, if doctors want to walk out, doctors, they could strike. They could walk out. They could say no more. Enough is enough. We want what we work for. We want what's right for us. We deserve equal pay. We deserve to be heard. We demand changes be made. And it's now that providers, family child care providers across the world, Canada included, join me with a call to action. I need foot on the ground. Email me, send me an inbox, send me a message so we could make a team together. It said enough is enough. When their workers are not showing up, you want to affect the 1%? Affect their pocket. They only understand money. So when their workers across the state, across the world is not showing up to get their job to be done. When they telling them I have problem with childcare. What school closed? What do they do when teachers strike? Drivers strike. They school, they stop. The shutdown happened, everyone panicked. I want you guys to understand and analyze what's going on. Why is it that family child care providers are being told, no, you can't walk out? I'm on it without child care. No offense, I love that thing, but we started it here in Connecticut. I'm on it without child care, but you can't strike. Put it for 1 hour. Put it for 2 hours. Bring your kid. Make it a field day. Make it a day where the kid go on field trip because you can't walk off. Enough. We've been doing the morning without child care for a while, right? We get the changes. We get what we want. Who is it benefited? I'm one that big advocate. I coalition with them. I march for morning without child care. I demand that you look at my podcast, you see. So I'm not being a hypocrite. If you want to call me a hypocrite, then that's so be it. But what I'm saying is that I've noticed that as these laws pass, as these bills pass, the Senate, the House, family child care are being the one that push that. And if you are one of the family child care that decide, listen, I've been doing this too long, I can't go back to school, you're going to be out of business. If you're the one that decides, like, listen, I don't want to be accredited. I don't want to go on Elevate. I don't want to go whatever these new stuff that's going on. Guess what? You need to be in this call for action because you're going to be left out. If you're one of the providers that decide that, listen, I've been doing this so long, I'm just stuck. And those parents that decide that you want to have your grandmother, your friend, your niece, your uncle, your aunt, your mom, your sister, brother, kid watching your kid, if you all join us in these call to action, guess what? You're not going to be having any money in any care for kids or any other fun program within the state. And this is going to be a statewide, worldwide effect. To have your parent, your grandmother, or anyone to watch those kids. You're not going to, because it's going to be taken away. We need to secure care for kids. What we charge is not what we get. We're not getting what we deserve. We got to get either an associate or a bachelor's degree. Now, this is how they put it, something. You want 3 kids. I'm going to give you $200 a week each. That's $600 a week for 3 children. That's been there for 12 hours. Times 4, that's 2,400. So they don't put the taxes on it. So you got to pay taxes, right? So it's 65 hours. They did 12 hours to 65 hours a week. And guess what? They're saying that $200 a week is enough. I'm just, oh, you're making more than minimum wage. I understand how they calculate. They just one, but then you want staff, right? I want you guys to see all these things that's going to affect us. If you go to the large family child care, remember, like I said earlier, you're going to have to go to zoning. Now you got to have someone on payroll. If your Head Start ready, you only got your condition. Now that OEC is going to be sending someone in every 3 months when you get funded to tell you what program you use to have parent-teacher conference, what you use to have monitor these things. So whatever in the old system, whatever system that you guys are used to, it's about to change. And so these funded are coming in, pushing Care for Kids out, pushing state funded out. I know that they come from the federal fund. What I heard is that I was in a meeting and they saying that if the government shutdown did not end, Care for Kids was only going to last until December, maybe. We need to invest more into it. We need a call to action. We need foot on the ground. I need every provider, family, home, lodge, center, educator. I'm calling educators, let's put foot on the ground. Let's do a walkout. And I mean, we're not bringing our kids for field day. We're going to let our parents know what we're doing. Of course, we always want to let our parents know with due respect and hope the parents would join us. We want the parents with us. We want our parents to join us in this fight. So when our parents are not showing up for work because we're not open for a week, I know it's going to affect their pocket. We don't have to do a week. We could do a day, 2 days. But I need to affect the corporate office pocket. I need corporate because we have to get to the head. We have to make family child care providers, we have to make education a thing to talk about. Not only when election comes, but we have to make a statement. We have to make a signature move. And I need foot on the ground. I need us to start going out there and do what we have to do. I need educators to go out there to call. I need educators to go out there to say, you know what? Enough is enough. We're about to lose everything. We have an educator that is afraid to step out, afraid to voice their opinion, because they're afraid of the retaliation. We have educators that don't want to come on. They love to talk to me. They're like, I talk to you over the phone all day and tell you all my problems. But I just don't want when I talk, I get, I lose my license or I lose my Care for Kids or I have when inspection comes in. We want to make all these things that we faced in, everything we need a call to action. All the stuff that's going on. I need providers. I need educators. Providers, educators, whatever you want to call it. Well, let's think. I need us to come to a call to action. It's the time that we are not doing the crisis. So we face another crisis. That's when we're exceptional workers. That's when we're heroes that don't wear capes. That's the only time you're going to hear heroes don't wear all capes. Thank you. Put a heart out. We need to know that our finances are secure. We can feed our family. When we could put our life on the line for you guys, now that's when we need the government. We need a legislator to do the same thing for us when it comes on to paying us. Show us what we're worth. Show us that what you're saying, we're heroes. Show us that we can be able to feed our family. We're rushing 2, 3 jobs. Call to action. Why is it that you're watching 7 children, 9 children, 10 children, but still can't feed your kids? Still can't pay your bill? Because the payment is so low. You're overstimulated. And when you take a break, nobody understands. Let's talk about it. Why I need a call to action. Providers get stressed too. And the thing that providers have to deal with, only you guys know. You guys sit behind your desk, behind your office desk, and just comes in and do an inspection or say, okay, we want to make sure you're doing this, you're doing that right. Because this, you don't have anyone to do it. Providers get overstressed, overwhelmed. Well, if you get overwhelmed and that's not a job for you, then you tell me which job you're in, and even a doctor get overwhelmed. Even the president get overwhelmed. We're human. Everybody get overstimulated. That's why we need a call to action to say, you know what? After taking, I don't have to go 12 children to feed my family. I'll take the 6 plus 3. And I'm still able to pay my bill. I don't have to go do 3 jobs. I don't have to go to the pantry. So I need a walkout. I need foot on the ground. We need to let them know how important we are. We need to know when providers are saying, listen, I get a citation for this. We need changes not only in pay, but when it comes on to inspection. We need changes for the insurance that's closed in our house that won't insure our property. Because why? Because we have a daycare. So I need a call to action. We need a call to action. We need foot on the ground. We need changes when insurance goes in that those information that they have unsafe hazard. We need changes for OEC to change the reg and how, according when I act, they say it's a federal rule. Well, we need to get to the federal to let them know that how it's affecting us. Small business homes. How it's affecting us financially. I could tell you, my house insurance went up to $6,000. Because of that, my property tax went up too. Well, I did the addition on it. And not only that, you know what happened? My mortgage went up to another $1,000 because of all this. No insurance. I have business insurance separate from my house insurance. I have both insurance. Even though I have business insurance, to say, you know what? If something happened, I'm insured for up to $2 million. If you live in your house and you're doing it in your home, like I'm doing my daycare in my home, they have it where they got to be an endorsement on that insurance. You got to co-sign them on it, endorse them on your business insurance. They got to summon and do a thorough inspection of your house because of what inspector put on it, put on that 211 website. Then you have to send them your report, the inspection report saying you fixed everything. That the OEC said that was unsafe. That licensing, your license, let me say licensing, because OEC is in Connecticut. That the licensors say that you're unsafe. So now you have to put that in it. And then they may think that, okay, maybe we're going to make an exception. You have to hear the horror story. Provider have to be high. Well, listen, don't tell them you have a daycare in an office. You know what they're doing now because they're onto that? They Google your address. They look at it. The insurance that would accept us with a daycare, they accept us. They hire them out. Like I said, $60,000. While my business insurance is less, but I'm insured for more. My house insurance is higher, but I'm insured for less. This is why I need call to action, not only for care for kids, we need foot on the ground, not only for care for kids, not only for license, but also for these insurance companies that's robbing us, that's affecting childcare providers. Not only the family, but also the centers are being affected by it. We're not the only one. Educators across the board are being affected by these insurance companies. And what do we hear? Oh, we're going to see what we could do. We need to put on the ground. We need educators to step out, shut our doors. When schools shut their doors in COVID, we stepped in. What they do it to Zoom, right? And what they said, oh, the shutdown, oh, kids are way behind. They realize the effect that it caused to the children. We have to make them see the effect that it's going to cost them their finances. Because we're being affected. Enough is enough. We need foot on the ground. I'm calling a call for action. A call for every provider across the world. I'm not calling statewide because I know it's going to be affected. Jamaica, Trinidad, all the Caribbean. I care everyone. I'm seeing the effect. Canada, all over. Join me. We do this thing by Zoom. You have a computer, you have Wi-Fi, internet. You could join me in these calls like this and tell me what's going on in your state, in your country, where you live, England, everywhere. A call to action. The same way when we see did it go viral, make this go viral. Let them know we're calling a call to action for educators across the world. I know everyone will say start with your state first. But unfortunately, this is not only Connecticut issue. Start with your country first. It's not only a United States issue. This is affecting every educator across the world. I know you may say, oh, they got bigger issue going on. They do. But we are the children first educator. We lay the foundation. Family child care home, as well as centers alike and group home, lay the foundation for them to be who they are. Look what research says. Children who have never been into a daycare setting to socialize and everything are more delayed. Look at it. When if kids leave my home, when they leave my daycare, my family child care home daycare setting, I want them to learn more than one Spanish language, English, and Spanish alike. I need them not only to learn their colors, I want them to be able to read. They have behavioral issue, which is where I get my degree in. I want them to learn how to conduct themselves and how to let their voice, use their voice instead of their hair. And if they want to do that, I have a room that they could punch the heck out of it. When they're here, I find ways to make sure I go down to their level. I don't just put them on TV or we sit there and they just run around like have nothing to do. I want them to learn. I want them to know different. I want them to develop differently. I want everyone to see the changes, but they know that when they leave TikTok around the clock 24-hour daycare services, they know Miss T is there for them. I want through their child to their adulthood, they remember who Miss T is. I mean, my voice may not sit down, when I switch my tone to let them know, yeah, there's a time for everything. That's why we need a call to action. Because we're more than just educators. We're their counselors. We're their friends. We're their home away from home. Well, we have to be that circle of security. We have to let them know that they are secure when they're with us. But yes, still, we're not getting the pay that we need. Yes, still, we getting house insurance on the rise, mortgage going up. Inspectors comes in and talk to us as they please and do whatever they please and disrespect us in our home and let you know, well, listen, I license you, I could do whatever I want. Or I could only do this in a certain area, but when I go to another area, I can't do this. Inspectors not being held accountable for their action. Care for Kids not have enough fund to fund us. A call to action, not only, but it's a collective things of stuff that's going on. A whole thing that's going on that we need a call to action for. And I want y'all to ask yourself this. Look in your program. for the one that's struggling. Because they're gonna be, I'm not struggling. I'm all right with what I'm going through. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my finances. That's yours. But think of we all in this together as a team. Well, worry about yourself, not us. This is why they sit there and they do what they do to us. Because they create a division. Oh, you're a center. You're better than the family group home. So you're a group home. You're not a family home. Oh, you're just a high school teacher, a pre-K teacher, teaching the school. I'm telling you, from what I see, providers, family childcare providers are going to shut their doors. They're going to drive us out by will or by force. If we don't do what these new bills are passed to do, a lot of us are going to get closed out. And it's sad that a lot of people don't want to think about it, but a lot of family childcare home providers it's gonna have to shut their doors. We're in a crisis with care for kids now. I'm sure the governors in your state, your legislators, your state is up for running again, re-election. Now is when I want to call for action to let them know that, listen, this is what we need. We need to get on state and the federal level. They're up for running. They're announcing their re-election. Let's do what we have to do. Let's get together. If they want our vote, right? They want your vote. So this is when your vote has to matter. And I don't mean when you vote and they go in there and they say, okay, we do it. I mean, storm their door. I mean, storm their offices. Call, make calls on top of calls. Let them know what we are doing. Let them know how it's affecting you. Let them know what you're going through. Let them know your story. You don't want to send them your stories, you can do it by Zoom. And guess what? You don't have to be in camera. You just have to quote, you don't have to. And share your story with me so I can speak for you. You afraid of retaliation? You afraid of letting your story be heard? You afraid of your voice to be heard? I will be that voice for you. They're going to find a way to shut up the one that speaks a lot. But I'm telling you, a call for action is needed. And it's needed now. The endowment fund is not until fiscal year 2027. What about now? What do we do? What do we do? By 2037, who don't have a degree have to get a degree with D. What do you do for now? Think about 2037, but what about now? How does now, right now, affect in your business? When you get the invoices at the end of the month, how does that now affect you? I understand that it's a lot of people that are in care for kids that sit in their original system, but it's up to care for kids to sit there and do their proper research. But that's another topic. Our thing is for providers to get what they need now, for providers to get what they work for now. Christmas is coming. How many of y'all providers can sit there and say, you know what? My daughter wants this. My son wants this. My baby wants this. Let me do this. How many of y'all have to rob Peter to pay Paul? How many of y'all have to sit there and be like, okay, you know what? I can't get health insurance because we got to wait for that health insurance to kick in. I can't get food stamps because, you know what? They said that I make too much this year, but then what I make is not enough because my bill is way over what I make. I can't get no help. How about those now? We need foot on the ground. This is a call to action. I am tired of hearing and of seeing and of reading all this thing that's going on with us family childcare providers. I am tired of seeing it. I am tired of hearing the cry and when I read those comments and when I read those polls of providers that's just going through it and be like, you could hear the cry out for help and there's no one helping us. And not only reading when I'm here getting a call. And then you know what people are doing? They silent. They silent. They're told to be silent. But nobody wants to sit there and talk about the issue and talk about the thing that's going on. Because everybody's too well. My program is okay. Up for how long? Now, when the thing hit the ceiling, or hit the fan, whatever you guys said, that's when everybody want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, now I'm being affected. Before it get to the point where it hit the ceiling or hit the fan, whichever phrase you want to put it, let's get this call to action. Let's do what we have to do. Let's get this thing going. Let's talk to our legislators. Let's talk to a capital. Let's make phone calls. Let's testify, share our testimony. And if they don't want to hear us, show up at their mansion. Because guess what? They always say we have Section 8 in public housing, right? What do you think that is? Your tax dollar paid for it. But they don't want, they're not talking about that, huh? You want to do it? Let's form something. We go to D.C. together. Show up at the biggest public housing that there is and march around that until they hear us. Till the president hear us. Till he hear what's going on with us. Let them show that our voice is louder than what they think it is. Let them know that our voice is loud, as if we are united than what they think we are. We're more united than divided. Educators along across the state, across the world, are united. Canada and United States alike are united. You set up those beautiful centers, those beautiful family childcare homes. You buy everything. Parents, join us. Not only providers, parents, we need you to join us in this fight. We need all parents to join us in this fight alike. We need our parent voice to call, send testimony, and let them know what family childcare providers and group home and centers mean to you. We need everyone in this fight to fight together. Because don't think only family childcare home is struggling. Group home centers, they are struggling too. That's why we need a call to action, and we need every parent to join us in this fight. We need every parent to join us. If you can't come up at these rallies, make your call, send your letters, share your testimony. We need a call to action. It's great that everybody said, I'm going to run again. It's good, nothing wrong with that. But it's time, like I said, enough is enough. And we need to let them know that we're not going to wait until 2027 for changes to be made. We want changes now. And again, another thing, on that 211 website that people really don't call from, that is not doing anything. And then when you go on it as an English provider, in the state of Connecticut, I'm talking about, I want you guys to go search up, then put your zip code in there and search it up and see what it is. I was told by a parent that came to my program, I called 211. They gave me a list of providers. I am 0.1 mile away from them. And they didn't give them my information. They gave them 30 other providers. They let me ask. It's nothing against my Spanish sisters and brothers. Don't get me wrong. But the English providers are not being pushed. I got people, birth to 3, come to my house. They said, we never heard about you. I've been doing this for over 18 years. We never heard about you. You're not even on the list. Look, guess what? My loud mouth may make me a target. Maybe that's why I'm a target. That's why I'm not on the list. So if your voice is too loud, they're trying to quiet you. They shrink you. And that's why I'm calling for everyone. My voice can't be the only voice to be heard. My voice, they're going to start pulling me out. My voice cannot be the only one making a statement. I need everyone to come with me in this fight so we can fight. We have a fight that we all need to fight together. I have to talk. To them, I sound like a chihuahua. You know, a chihuahua like to bark. And that's what it's going to be. Nobody's listening to her. Oh, nobody's going to join her. But this is the time to show them that, listen, my voice ain't the only voice that's going to be heard. My call to action is going to send a signal out to everyone. My call to action, the foot on the ground, is going to send a signal out to all providers, all educators, when in the United States, Canada, and across the world alike, England too, UK. I'm calling them all educators to join me. We could do it by Zoom. Like I said, you could send me a Zoom, set a testimony, send me a link. I'll send you the invite. Let me know we do this by Zoom. On your weekend, even better. After you close in of your daycare, we could do this. We don't do this in the time of the thing. If you want to do it at nap time, let me know. I work with your schedule, but this is the time we have to strategize how we're going to do this call to action. And I need every provider to join me in this fight and how we're going to set it up. I need you guys to sit there so we could get help now. If we keep quiet, we just keep texting behind our keyboard, we're gonna get backslash. So no, listen, you're gonna have providers that don't agree with what we're doing. And that's okay. Nobody's ever gonna agree with. I don't care about it's not only about a call to action. Everything you do in life, somebody's gonna disagree with it. So if you live your life just for someone to tell you, you know what, you're doing great, you're never gonna get that. Don't live your life for someone to uplift you. Don't live your life for someone to tell you you're doing good. You're going to get backslash regardless. That may be harsh, but guess what? This is what this job requires tough skills. Our biggest critic are a parent that we deal with, right? What we deal with their kids. And how you handle that. Professional, as we all do. Same thing you handle those critics. That's going to be saying that professional. But we need every foot on the ground. We could go to DC, we could farm it. We need to get to DC to let the president hear. We need to have the media involved in this. It's time for everyone to wake up and stop sleep. You can't call me and tell me everything, but not willing to go out there. Let's fight together. Let's organize together. Let's make this thing, our voice get heard. Let them know that, listen, you're struggling. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed to share your story. Because your story, if you think you're the only one going through it, but you may not be, your story you share may sit there and say, oh, this other provider was like, I feel the same way. I'm going through the same thing. I didn't know this thing other people doing what I'm going through. I didn't know inspector comes in and do this to these people. I didn't know that you have 10 kids and the only thing you make it probably it's because they're all 10 part-time kids. You're not making enough money, or they're all 10 part-time kids, so you're not making enough money. In order to be able to make ends meet, you said, you know what? I'm going to get another job. I'm going to go out there. I have to collect cans. I'm going to go to the food pantry. What is the true cost of care to provide for children in this state? Let's us get a true cost of care. You have to pay property tax for the stuff in Connecticut. I don't know about every other state, but in the state of Connecticut, you got to pay for your freight. When you're corporate with your LLC and the state know about it, you got to pay for your freight, your computer, your paper, your desk, the cot. You got to pay for everything you have in that daycare setting, the property tax. Even though it's in your house and you're already paying house taxes, you got to pay for everything within your house. Because guess what? Uncle Sam said, listen, I want some of that. Even though you already paid for it outright. You already paid for your computer. You paid for the cups. I want to tax you on that in the state of Connecticut. So everything you have, every cot, every board, everything you have, your fridge, your stove, once it's in the daycare setting, you have to pay taxes on it. How are we supposed to pay taxes on something when we're not making enough money? They tax us more, but this is something that they don't want to talk about. Insurance going high. Insurance, though, the one that do it had take us so high. And insurance dropping us like nobody else's business. Our mortgage going up. We get taxes on the stuff that we bought straight out cash or get donated to us or gift to us. Now, if you decided to go large, you got to put someone on a W to a payroll. Now, that's more taxes. Now, you got to have a nurse come in if you go to a group home. You got to have, now with the large one, forget it. You're going to have, they come in here and measure 35 square feet per child. Now your outdoor space. Now, like they said, you can have, if you don't have enough outdoor space, you got to schedule. So you got to have a staff to say, this staff is going to stay in here while I go out there with the kids for a certain amount of, just like school said it. And then when they finish, they come back in and the other kids go out. Great. We don't mind doing all that, but pay us the right amount of money so we could do that. This is why I want call to action. You're going to get your degree? Great. I'm all for it. I got two. But guess what? Give us the money so we could pay someone to come in. You want to charge us for the cop? For computers? Pay us what we deserve. Care for kids all across the state. We need it. Care for kids is done a pro soon. Check your state. Check your legislator. Check the one that pay you. Great. But I'm all for it. I'm all for uplifting our education. I'm all for uplifting us. But I'm going higher and higher and higher. But yet my pay's here. Cost of living is all the way up here. And my payment is still down here. What am I supposed to do? Okay, so you know what? I shut everything down. And go into sectors, private sector, the public sector, the job, McDonald's, home health aid, which I have nothing against. Teaching, going to public school. I'm Lauren. I'm telling you, I'm one that thinks about going to the public school or do something different. I do. Because the way that I see this education, family home care going, and it hurts me. I do this job because I love what I do. I truly love everything about what I do. And when I see we're not taken serious, when I see how we're going to be pushed outside, when I see how we're going to be non-existent, and when I see us as educators just sit back, we need to come together. We need foot on the ground. I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe, and send this and make it go viral across the world to let them know that, listen, we need a call to action. We're going on a Jamaican talk. We need a call to action. We need to make sure that everything them hear will rise. They will make sure that, listen, we're low. We're tired of where them treat you. We're tired of everything. We're tired of everything where us for our mouth. This usher is going, let us be quiet. Shh. Put us to the side. We're tired. I said, well, I was tired. Them want them we're tired, fisted with fear. But them can't get we out of the race. That's what they tired of fear face, but they can't get we out the race. That's what I'm saying. Let them be tired to see us. Let them be tired to hear about us. But we're going to still fight. And this is why I want to call to action. So all my sisters and brothers across the board, I need y'all to join me in this fight. I need you guys to join me in this call to action. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, and send this video out to everyone that you know. Every educator. I'm on every platform, streaming platform that you can think of the podcast, Childcare Challenges podcast. I'm everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Store, Pandora, all streaming platform, Amazon Music. So you can find me all across the board. I'm tired of everyone sitting there and our voice to be quiet. Our feelings, our concern are not being heard. Let's get what we got to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know. If it's good, I reply. If it's negative, I don't. So you're going to share a negative comment, I'm going to let you know that it's not going to fade me. I really don't. I'm like, and that's it. My story is bigger than what you see from where I'm coming from. So your negative comment has zero effect on me. But we need a call to action. It's time. Enough is enough. Let them know that we're there and we're not going away. Let them know that family child care provider is here today. For Tanya, brother Tanya is here to stay. Let them know that say, listen, we're not going away. we're not going anywhere. Let them know so we start this. Your grandmother, grandfather, auntie, niece, uncle, your aunt, niece, uncle, your sibling, your sister, your brother, your sisters or your brothers. We start from somewhere. Me I watch fitness from me I walk. From me at 13 years old, me I watch me I babysit. 13 years old, I was watching kiddo. So from me at 13 until me now, you know how much years? And I'm quite sure a lot of y'all may say, oh, I'm older than you and I've been doing it long. Even the president, somebody had to watch you. The governor, the legislators, somebody had to watch you. Somebody has to be a caretaker for you to be where you are while your mom and dad work. You got to remember where you're coming from to understand where we are, our problem. And that's the thing with a lot of you politicians. You forget where it all started. Well, my kid went to school, but your kid went, someone had to watch them. Those school teachers had to taught your children. My children need the state. That's hooray, kudos to you. Your kids didn't need care for kids. Your kids didn't need the state funded. Unfortunately, a lot of people need it. Until next time, join me again in another episode of Childcare Challenges and Dilemma in Daycare. Come for me and say, listen, come in on my daycare thing, Childcare Challenges and Dilemma in Daycare. Make sure so to like it and share it. Send it to everyone. Send it to everyone. And thank you for joining us.